say that I'm special, but I really gotta see it, babe. How you gon' apply that pressure? He's so cute.
What made you write Pressure? Was it a specific moment?
The moment when I wrote it was a moment, but it wasn't like I was going through something when I made the song. It was more of my amazing producer, not mine. I like to say he's mine. He's not mine. His name is Justin. He's ZYA, as he's formerly known. But he's an amazing producer, and he showed me one of these beats. And I don't know, when I heard it, we were all just in the studio vibing. And I just started, I just started saying pressure. Like I was like, pressure, pressure, pressure. It just came so natural for me to start saying that. Because I'm a freestyle artist. If you don't know me, that's one thing that I do, is I always freestyle. So whatever comes to me naturally, what the beat calls for, that's what I do. So pressure was like an organic in the moment thing. It was in the moment. There was no specific moment I went through that like inspired that. Some of my music is inspired by a specific person or specific time, but a lot of it is random. Even though something might have happened to me like 5 months ago, a year ago, like I can still be in that moment and still feel those feelings and still write about it. So it doesn't have to be something presently happening, but everything I've written has probably happened to me or happened to one of my friends when they've talked to me or something.
Do you feel like you write music because it could be applicable to something that's gonna happen to you?
Like I know a lot of artists, like when I hear some artists' music, they talk about like they're driving in certain cars and living certain lifestyles, but even before they are living them, because that's just kind of like what they talk about. But I kind of just write about my current. I don't really paint pictures of like things that aren't currently happening to me.
If someone were to apply pressure, like how would that make you feel?
It definitely depends on who it's from, because there's definitely unwanted pressure that be applied sometimes. If it's somebody that I want that pressure and that energy from, when they're giving it to me, of course I'm radiating. I'm happy. You know, I'm getting my way. I want something and I'm getting it. So I don't know, I feel like love is such a beautiful emotion. I'm always excited to feel that shit. I'm such a lover girl. Like I just love that.
You feel like you're very vulnerable when you do get that?
I feel like I'm vulnerable 24/7.
You think that's a good thing?
Yeah, because I feel like as humans, like our nature is to feel. Our emotions are driven by things. Like we are animals too, but in nature, like, I don't know, there's only like a couple species who like really like love each other. Everything's kind of like just reactive based or instinct based. And I feel like with us, we have like that intellect, that smart thing in us that just allows us to like feel love and know what that is, like for real, you know what I mean? And you can leave that. People leave love that they have.
What even causes you to freestyle? Is there something that comes to your head, or?
I wouldn't say I'm a crazy musician, because like I've seen prodigies while they work. To me, I'm a vocalist and that's my instrument. So when I hear a beat, whatever it calls for, if it calls for some rap, if it calls for some jazz, if I hear an accent, whatever it is, I'm gonna do what it calls for. Like I could win an Oscar for the way I be acting on these beats. Like it's crazy. I have a sound and I love my sound, but branching off is also one of my favorite things to do. I like being serious and like really understanding and appreciating something with like its entirety, with your entirety, you know? You see how serious I get?
How do you romanticize your life to where you can see it in the song?
I don't romanticize my life enough, to be honest. That's the thing, I don't really talk about my life in songs. I talk about like love and the feeling of that. Because I don't really talk about, I will branch off into that, I promise. I promise you guys. I'm gonna get better with that. We're gonna be able to close our eyes and go on a whole journey. It's very soon. But I don't know, I just talk about the feeling of things right now. So I don't really have to be anywhere or go anywhere, because that's just with me. And
But that feeling comes from experiences, so you gotta get out that room.
no, of course. But I don't know, I hate going out of the house. And if it's not in my house, I like being at the beach. I don't know, I hate being uncomfortable. Like I don't really drink much. I don't like to go out much. Like I'm out there for like an hour. I'm just like, I'm a homebody.
You so boring, bruh.
I am boring, but like there's beauty in boredom. There's so much beauty in that. You wanna know why? Because all that other shit, like what really is that? When you go out to the clubs, I think it's like a validating behavior, but there's nothing wrong with that, because sometimes I want to go out. Sometimes I want to get pretty and go out with my friends, if I get a new outfit, or if I just want to go get lit. You feel me? Like that's cool. I just don't got time for that right now. All I need. Ooh, I look like an alien. I like this. I really like Pressure because the song has a lot of structure. It's one of my most structured songs, I would say. Like it has a hook, a chorus, a bridge, a hook, a chorus, a bridge. Like it has everything. The second verse, it gets better. Like I just appreciate that the song builds properly. I'm very free and raw, so I don't really give a fuck about structure. Like, I just want things to feel and sound the right way. Structure is definitely necessary when you want like a radio hit, when you want a big single. Pressure is a great representation of ZYA getting into the structured lane. It's a little more upbeat for me. It wasn't like when I first made it, I wasn't sure about it. But you know, with time, listening to it, going back to it, the beat of it just didn't really snap. You don't even gotta like that shit, but you gonna be like this. You can't stand still when you listen to that beat. So I just really like that because I'm a very, you know, R&B, heartbreak. Like, that's the way that I be making music. So the fact that I have something that's kind of like, I'm happy with that. Seeing Keem, the fucking CEO of the New Miami, shout out Keem, I love you. But seeing him nod his head like this, that man don't move, bro. He's stiff. Like, that's Keem. So to see him like this to that song, I was like, this shit gotta have some type of shit in it because he moving and he don't move. Me just hearing it a couple times just made me realize this song is deserving of its moment. So for me, I love hearing things and experiencing things in my car. I'm such a car person. Like, a lot of my songs come from my car. So if somebody was driving, I just hear it when you're about to go do something fun. If I was about to go out to like a house party, like you're in a happy place, you're comfortable. Like, I feel like if I was on the way to like my friends having a get together, some shit, and I'm on my way in the car, and this shit came on, I'd be like, what's this? You feel me? Like, or just going out to do any fun activity, going to the beach, going to a party, going to, I don't know, anything like that, going on a date. That shit's fun. It gives you a little confidence boost. Like, how he gonna apply that pressure? I know how he gonna apply it. Boom. Gives you a little pep in your step.